It's big enough to give you everything you want. It is big enough to take away everything you have. Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission.
With your hosts, Nick Brand and Michael Ray.
This is Spearhead Transmission.
What's up? What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Spearhead Transmission. It's March 28th, 2018. It's time to break those chains and water that tree. So we got live video on the YouTube via my telephone tonight because Mike forgot his
Computer at work.
computer at work. So we've got a guest. We've got Cody. He's in the studio.
Not Cody Lundeen,
Not Cody Lundeen.
who you failed to deliver.
He's still coming in the fall.
2020.
I can't hold this like this the entire time. Anyway,
Cody hold it since he's a guest.
Cody's here tonight to talk about run and gun and 3-gun and whatever else we decide to talk about. So
And a bag of dicks.
he brought us a bag of dicks. So welcome, Cody. How are you? I'm gonna mess with this phone camera for a second.
Pretty good. How you guys doing?
Good. I can't hear you. Get up on that mic like it's a bag of dicks.
Eat this.
Like a bag of dicks.
I can't hear it. Can you hear that?
No. Keep talking, Cody.
You gotta plug me in, man.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Keep talking.
Testing.
There you go. You sound better.
Sweet.
So you just got back into town, huh?
Yeah, a few days ago.
Okay. So we've been doing there's been some shooting competitions out of state.
Yeah, I was down in Texas for the Texas 3-gun championship for a few days. Went down to help build.
He's got his athletic
Shut-
supporter tape on
Yeah.
for his arms.
You guys talk for a second.
KT
Alright.
tape.
So you went
Yeah.
down to build
Went down
a
to
match
build.
in Texas.
Yeah, went down to help build. Shot in a staff match.
And
And RO'd in the main match.
any famous people shoot?
Yeah, there's quite a few down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry Mitchlick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
He was there?
yeah, of course. He's at a lot of the big ones.
This video is cracking me up.
Nick's struggling
It's
here.
all, there's one person watching it probably throwing up all over the place. Like, God almighty, man. Here, let's turn it
Did
back.
you beat him? Did you beat Jerry?
No.
Did you beat him on any stages?
I couldn't even beat him on the stages that I can move faster than him.
It's because you didn't have a flat face.
yeah,
No, his-
your face was not flat to the
Keep your
target.
face flat to the target. All right, let's see what I can do here, boys.
He's amazing. Whenever he shoots, he does everything so much faster than everybody else, but it looks slow and because it's so smooth. He doesn't miss.
Well,
He's
what's the old
constantly
saying? What, fuck.
What?
You guys are the gun guys.
Slow
Aim
is
small, miss
smooth,
small.
Smooth is fast. Yeah, it's
there you
bullshit.
go. And your face is flat.
Front sight, slack paw squeeze.
Yeah, it's-
Front sight, slack paw squeeze.
I don't ever see my sights.
You don't?
No.
Do you aim?
doesn't
I
have
mean,
to.
if it's a long distance target, I'll aim. Most of the time, it's just
It
instinctual
is.
shooting.
he just thinks about it.
40K PSI.
It is?
Right over here, Mike, so we can all be on
No, I'm fine.
that you
I'm
finally
good.
figured
What,
out
you want me
your
to sit in
phone?
your lap?
No, slide over there. Right? But
I'm
that
good.
thing falls off here in a second. Whoop.
I'm all right right here.
All right, so we got it figured out now. We got one video, one guy on YouTube. So, all right, but I kind of was just trying to make you guys talk while I try to fix that thing. But so this is like recently, 24th or whatever. We had the March for Our Lives.
yeah.
What are they? Multiple
In Washington, D.C.
Washington D.C. Yes, there was a big protest, for against common sense or for common sense gun laws and to ban assault weapons and all this stuff, right? And I got off Facebook, right?
Okay.
But I got our Twitter for the podcast
The
going, and
tweets.
sometimes I tweet stuff on it.
Tweet face.
And like, man, I'm telling you, we talked about like after President Trump was elected, like people just fucking at each other's throats, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's back to that again. Like, people are just going nuts with nonsense about, firearms, and there's people correcting, people that, you know what you're talking about. Like, I saw a video where a guy was, they had a bunch of different kind of weapons on a poster board, and they're like asking people, can you identify the assault weapon on this? No one could, right? And like they had one of those BB guns that looks like a, looks like a. I mean, and they had one of those 22. You have to let us know if anyone comments on it, because
I believe we have a Russian on here.
Okay. There's always a Russian, especially nowadays, right?
Yeah,
it's all about hear about
all the time.
Hear about in the news is collusion and Russians and. But anyway, like, so they had this poster board up there, and they're like, "Oh, actually, that's a 22." The M&P 22, or is it?
I got
M&P?
it. I know what you're talking about. Whatever it
the
is.
Smith & Wesson 22, the
What is
AR
that called?
that shoots 22.
Yeah, the Smith & Wesson M&P 1522.
Yeah, so
My daughter has one of those.
Yeah, they had one of those on there, and they're like,
She's 6.
like, pick it out, that AK-47. Of course, the people got it all wrong, and I was just like, saying like, what is this? This doesn't prove anything. I mean, yeah, I know someone that's got a fucking vagina hat's dumb. Like, that's dumb, right?
Yeah, it's dumb.
But tricking them isn't pointing out the flaw in their
argument.
Yeah, their arguments is like
It's just
it's the same thing as like, well, that's a clip, or that's a magazine, not a clip. It's so stupid. Like, I can see the people. I can see their argument, what they want, right?
us.
Like, yeah. Like, you cannot
it's a
tell
jam.
me every person in this room, even being like liking guns or whatever, if that's what you want to call it, if they had a magic button that said, "Hey, look, if we do this magic button right here and push it, there'll never be another school shooting again." No, everyone in here would say, "Fuck yeah, let's do it." But if you're sitting there and you're like, that button is one of those Office Depot buttons, it's not gonna do shit. I'm gonna be like, no, let's not do that. You know what I mean?
Well, I'd still push
because that was easy. But that's what, when I'm watching all these people, I'm like, everyone's so adamant about, like, we got to make the AR-15 illegal. It has no place on the streets of America, and this and that. Like, all right, what do you think that is going to stop?
Yeah,
that's what I don't get. Like, I don't want school shootings to happen at all. Like, and I've said it before on this freaking podcast. Like, something is wrong with people today. It's not fucking weapon. Like, I don't understand why everyone acts like that thing that's all of a sudden popped up. Like, hey, look, I invented this AR-15.
Every time they pass any kind of gun laws, though, trying to prevent something, it doesn't help. So they move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. They raise the age limit, try to ban certain accessories or something to it, and it doesn't help. So next time they come, they say, this is the magic button now.
It's because they're misidentifying the problem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is.
But it's got nothing to do, and I know that's when I was talking. I don't like trying to repeat talking points that I hear other people say, because it bothers me when both sides do it, but like I just went complete blank. I was going to say, but like the whole the protection of life is not the reason behind it, right? Like, if you're truly worried about like saving lives, not the way it's taken, but saving lives, you'd be like, we got to do something about
these fucking
heart
crazy
disease.
people.
We got to do something about fucking texting and driving. We got to do something about like, if it was truly about that,
right?
There'd be people rioting or protesting all the time. But it's not. It's like, I don't like guns. I don't want you to have them. I think they're dangerous. I don't agree with it, so I don't want anyone else to have them except the military and the police.
And the fact of and what lends itself to the easiness of accepting their argument for people that are on that side of it is the fact that it's like, everything, it's sensationalized. Number one, like it becomes the local shark attack. Like, oh fuck, now there's tons of them, and they can see the mass destruction quickly, right? So that's their whole thing. Like,
it's just like a plane crash. Like,
right.
What are your chances? I'm terrified I'm going to die in a plane crash, and I know it's highly, highly unlikely to happen. But I can drive in a car with no seatbelt, and like like, hey, dude, hand me that shit on the floor or whatever. Like, hey, let me put this thing together while I'm driving. And like, oh, this is safe.
Uh-huh.
But it's the same thing. Like, your chances of being shot in a mass shooting is like fairly slim, right? The news acts like it. It's like the biggest threat to society in America when it really isn't.
Right.
And
there's no sense. There's no need for you to go outside when it's raining and lightning out. So we need to keep everybody at home. There's no sense for you to go to the beach when there's sharks out. It's the same shit.
Well, a lot of people understand those things. They're taught those things in school. They understand it a little bit more, and people fear what they don't know. A lot of people do fear it, and
you're right. That's a
millions
great point.
and millions of guns in the United States, but not a very small percentage of the people own them now.
Yeah,
because and
a lot of the people that you hear talking about it, a lot of them in the media, they don't know much about it. You can tell that by the way that they're talking about it.
And maybe that's the point those people are trying to make, showing them pictures. But you could have tripped me up on the air rifle. Like, oh, I can't tell what that thing shoots from a picture. You know, but and I do agree that like legislators shouldn't be making laws on stuff they have no idea about. Like that guy, like, this is a ghost gun. It shoots 9,000 rounds per second, and no one owns it. Like, what the fuck? Like, someone should have gave you a little rundown real quick. Like, hey man, you can make yourself look like a fucking jackass.
But it doesn't make any difference. People see that, and
they believe
a lot of
it.
people think it's retarded.
We
keep electing those people.
Yeah. Well, one of them said an island would flip over if you put too many people on it. But they keep saying this stuff on TV, this dumb shit on TV, right? And everyone keeps hearing it, and I guess they start believing it. Just kind of the same way with the.
Cody, you drinking wine coolers in here?
No,
that's like high speed water.
Oh, I didn't know.
That's
like it was a wine cooler.
Yeah,
is that in a glass bottle?
That's where they come wrap the breadcrumbs off your tablecloth with the little scraper. Would you like some Voss?
Oh yeah, is that what it is? I just derailed the talk. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so that whole thing happened. Have you seen those kids? The David Hogg, is that his name? I wrote it down. David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez.
No, I haven't.
So they're high school kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe the conspiracies like I've heard. Like, he's 24 years old from California, and he's already graduated. He's a crisis actor. Like, I don't believe that, but I do believe like they're really well spoken for high school kids, and they're like they've got. I don't know.
Really?
Makes me suspicious, right?
Yeah.
And number two, I'm tired of hearing about them because, think about where I got hostile tattooed across my back when I was 19. Think of where your state of mind is at that.
Yeah.
And then my deal with their argument here is they're like, there's no reason an 18-year-old should own this rifle, right? There's no reason we should raise it to 21. Like, well, fine, guys. You keep talking about we're coming to the polls in November. Like, so you're not old enough to be responsible for a rifle, but you're responsible enough to fucking vote in decisions for the country, And then Michael Moore wants to lower the voting age to 16, like that dumb fat fuck. The whole thing is all an emotional response, right? Which is understandable. Yeah, it's understandable because a lot of people died, and I'm sure that's hard to deal with. But like, I just don't get it. Like, I don't know how many times you can say like, that's not the problem. Something else is the problem. Just like I said on the past, like, I went with my brother and bought an AK-47 in high school, and we went and shot a water heater with it. Fucking garbage, I never would think about going and lighting up the school like that. There's like no.
It speaks to the nature of how people are. If you pose a problem to somebody, what happens to them? They usually stop at like I've said on this podcast a number of times. It's in the podcast. No, they stop at that first sign of resistance, right?
Whoa, it's got electrocuted.
They stop at that first sign of resistance. They're like, oh, well, yeah, that's the answer. Or, oh, I can't think past this, right?
Most of the time they'll say like, well, I guess we just shouldn't do anything.
Leave that.
I forgot I can look at the comments on here.
So. Look at the latest one.
You're gonna fuck it all up. You're gonna sign in there, and it's gonna be.
The Russians talking about the water.
Oh,
Voss is elitist artesian water.
okay.
I got the water just to impress him.
The Russian. That's what it is. It's like these people go out there. They don't think for themselves. People don't think for themselves anymore. That's a huge. It's all done for them, right?
Yeah.
I mean, their thinking is already done. It's prepackaged and served to them like fucking Big Mac at McDonald's, and then they just do this, and they spit out the same shit to their friends, right? Like it's just this. It's like Purple Monkey dishwasher, except it doesn't ever really change. It's just passed around the same talking point, and they don't ever think about what they're fucking saying. That's a big part of it. And so the problem then, instead of identifying the problem, they just pass along this bullshit to everybody else, and nobody ever says anything. Nobody ever calls them out.
The scary thing about that is the fact that
it goes on both sides.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
But right now, like a lot of this stuff, this age group of these people are repeating the same thing over and over, saying things like, hunting psychotic and shooting guns is unnecessary and this and that. Like, why would I do that when the government can provide all these safety and food and everything to me? And those people are coming around, right? And just like Cody said, like there's millions of guns in America, but instead of everyone having a gun in their house now, it's small amount. Yeah, because that's going away. Like, who do you know? Like nowadays, like that's why I always tell you all the, take a kid fishing, take a kid hunting, because people don't do that, right? It's going away, and it's gonna continue to go away with the new,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
what do they call it? Generation.
There's a book that was written in the 60s.
God Almighty.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Electrocuting me now.
There's a book that was written in the 60s called The Naked Communist. And I mean, I don't know how much of it is supposed to be happening.
Can they hear that on the
I don't know.
on the YouTube? Can you hear on the YouTube?
What's going on?
Slide over there next to Cody and hold your microphone so they can it's like at least see you.
Move.
All right. I don't know what's moving. Is it me?
There.
If you're
How's
on the
that?
YouTube.
Sound better?
Yeah.
Can you hear us on there?
I can.
Okay, does it sound all right? All right, good. All right.
Naked feminist.
Naked communist, right? I mean, I don't know how much it is. It is all Marxism in a way, right? They're all trying to get you to buy in, like sell that same prepackaged bullshit, and buy in that you don't have any. You don't have a way to rely on yourself anymore. There's no self-reliance, and that's what they want you to do. That's exactly what's happening. I think it's not just I think it's contrived, and I think it's meant to happen that way. You're reliant on the state again, all the way. And so, how do you do that with people that are willing to protect themselves, right? Willing to protect themselves against the state, willing to protect themselves against each other. You can't do it. You've got to remove that power.
That's for a lot of people. If you look on social media, which I don't recommend because it's. But a lot of people are like, you got this John Rambo mentality in your head where you think you're going to take on the government. Like nobody's has that.
Nobody's saying that. I'm just saying that. Look, I mean, the mentality that's assigned to people that have guns. It's not. I mean, there are people out there that are like, man, I'll get out there and those are the fucking idiots. But got to have those, I guess.
Another thing that's kind of wearing thin on me is the fact that you watch any kind of show and they're like, most gun owners are white, undereducated, whatever, poor men. Like, damn, I can't imagine if there was an article that came out the opposite way, like, about another race.
Come out to some shooting competitions.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I fucking know dentists. Like, in this room, there's two masters. You have a master's degree? No. Well,
but he's highly technical.
Yeah. Can what's it called? Machine fucking anything from solid metal parts.
He can work with his hands.
Yeah.
Like shit.
It's got dried skin.
Those are working hands.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty generalization.
Yeah.
Like, I guess we could fucking wig out and say, like, no more. But there's smart people that got guns.
Yeah.
Got them guns. But anyway, I always thought all those. Which
I don't have any guns.
I know. Yeah, mine got stolen. But anyway,
I sold them all.
I
I'm in
Cody.
the process of giving all my Glocks away to
I
Russ.
sawed mine in half like that one senator in New York that made a short barreled
Sold right
rifle.
back to Walmart for $10 gift certificates.
Yeah. I gave mine to GameStop for pennies on the dollar.
I bought what is that game? Far Cry 5. Have you seen that? Oh, you were the one who sent that to me.
Yeah,
I want to play that game.
I do too.
Well, I should have brought my son on here for the games.
Yeah.
Are you bagging on us?
I don't play games.
I've been kicking around
those.
buying a whatever the next PlayStation is, but I also want a
PlayStation
Nintendo
8.
Switch. So,
The
but
Switch.
I was going to say something real quick. Was
All right.
there were those fake memes going around with Gandhi on them. That said, never walk away from someone that's wounded. Make sure they're dead, or like
I haven't seen.
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of a
Yeah, there's a bunch of the funny
Like,
ones. It's
yeah.
some of the common.
It's got like
Gun
make sure
sayings.
you shoot people twice in the chest and once in the head. Gandhi or
okay.
whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, I was reading this article today and it said Mahatma. Dude, it's me every time I move.
It's you put your thing back in the now fix it. Now fix it.
Fix what?
Fix the cord. There you go. All right, talk.
All right.
Fucked it all up.
So it says Mahatma Gandhi defended every individual's right to bear arms. Recalling how Indians were disarmed by the Arms Act of 1879, Gandhi wrote, among the many misdeeds of the British rule in India, history will look upon the act of depriving a whole nation of arms as the blackest.
It's pretty
Like
astute.
for a peace,
pacifist.
yeah, for a peace talking diaper guy, right?
Diaper guy. I mean, yeah, no, it's astute. He's smart. He understood how the fuck the British knew how to keep him down.
So I watched some of that March for Their Lives on some different videos of it, and it reminds me of the Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards from like back in the day. You remember they had like they'd pick the president or whatever the kids would.
What?
You don't remember the Kids' Choice Awards?
No.
Oh, well, that fucking
Need to bring Cody's son on here to talk to you about that.
Yeah. They can talk video games.
dude. Me and the Russian are the
Awards.
same guy. You guys see the chef who carved the meat in front of anti-animal protesters? It's coming up because I got it on the list. People are asking where you are, Mike. You got to slide over.
He's just stalking you.
He's been studying the dossier.
Yeah, he's got just gets intercepts the emails.
He's actually a fucking robot. He's already got you. He's got your profile. He's
There's-
Cambridge Analytics.
Dude, I'm telling you what.
That's what he
there's-
is.
I had two people. That's not me.
It is.
Is it this?
They
Here it
can't-
is,
they
right
can't hear
here.
that on YouTube.
All right, that's good.
Electrical noises. So,
Good job.
last week,
Mm-hmm.
I coming home from work, and a girl I used to work with texts me and says, I saw you at yoga today.
Oh.
You can follow along.
Saw you at yoga today. I was like, I wasn't at yoga. And she's like, I know, you got a lookalike. It's like tattoos, and it looks just like you. Told the lady at the front desk, had 3 kids. One was a newborn. Like she was staring at him during yoga to try to like if you were in there, and I was like, dude, Cody, like say hi.
Make
Like
eye
why
contact.
are you not
Right
looking
over
at
here.
me? Like through the entire class until she realized like that's not Nick, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another person tell me they saw someone that same day at Chick-fil-A that they thought was me.
It's that guy named Andy Bean or whatever his name is, the actor from Power.
That's
Doppelganger.
that's believable, but I think what's more believable is there's a fucking Terminator from the future that's come
Possibly.
back in time, and it's me who's going to yoga and Chick-fil-A.
He's like,
looking
fuck.
for me.
So you are Arnold in the real world.
Yes,
Is he deadlifting?
Kyle Reese.
Is he deadlifting?
I don't know. I mean, that's weird, right? Twice
Yeah.
in the same day from people I don't talk to normally.
I gotta think more like it's a George McFly or a Marty McFly back.
What I'm really worried about is like I was gonna go to that yoga place.
Uh,
I'm like, all right, where is he? He's right there. Like, what? That doesn't look like me. You
Yeah.
know, like,
He'd be all
guys,
disappointed.
yeah, this guy's
Fucking
Pakistani.
Yeah. He's skinny.
Yeah, that's what really, like,
Break
do
your
I look
heart.
like that? You think I look like that? Fuck, I'm out of here.
That's what everybody says when they see
Nope.
fat Val Kilmer.
No longer
Makes me
friends.
sad.
Val Kilmer looks rough because he got cancer. You seen those pictures?
Yeah, I don't want to look at him.
Sad, right? Val Kilmer will always be ice in my head. I put this article on here just in case you guys were wondering, but just a reminder from HuffingtonPost.com, Peeps are not vegetarian.
Wait, what makes things vegetarian exactly? What is it made of?
Marshmallows,
Marshmallows have gelatin in them,
gelatins from
which are pigs.
boiled tendons and
Pigs.
Appetizing.
Yeah.
who the fuck eats Peeps anyway?
I used to when I was a kid.
I can like look at those and have a stomach ache.
Yeah, they do make you sick. I eat like 2 and be like,
That's one of those things like I hate these.
uh-huh. Why am I eating this?
Yeah. Why is it? Ooh, a pink one. That's gotta taste good.
Tastes the
just
same as the yellow one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Microwave them.
They get huge.
Yeah.
Huge peeps.
Mm.
Look at these fucking peeps.
All right. Do a commercial real
Okay.
quick.
Cody, do a commercial.
I don't do commercials.
I'm gonna play music and you talk over.
I don't know what to say.
Are we still recording?
I don't listen to this podcast. Give
This
me
is the commercial. Check us out on. I don't fucking know.
YouTube.
YouTube. It's the worst podcast ever. Fucking video starts out, phone falling over the place.
All right. What do you
Bunch of
want?
electrical sounds. No, we got Around the World first.
Oh shit.
All right. FoxNews.com. When'd you get your haircut?
I got it Saturday before I flew on that private jet. I didn't want to look scraggly,
See,
so I
look
got
at
a mohawk.
I'm hitting no and yes. Doesn't matter. Maybe I want to view the certificate.
View the certificate. Maybe you got an award.
Security alert. All right. Toronto chefs, animal rights protesters by, what does that say?
Music's long.
By butchering meat in the restaurant's window. Beep. I guess I can't read this. So basically in Toronto, for the love of God.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes.
Just hit yes.
Oh,
Okay.
there's the certificate.
Hit yes.
I hit it like, I just had to hit it like 18 times.
Pop-ups.
All right, so a butcher at Toronto's Antler Kitchen and Bar had animal rights activists seething after he carved up a large piece of meat in full view of protesters. The protest, which took place last Friday and drew activists holding signs reading "Murder and animals are not ours to use," was originally meant to debunk the ethical meat myth, which is what Antler is known for. I guess he came back later and ate it.
I would have. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. You know what I don't get? Like, I if you want to be vegan or vegetarian or whatever, like, it's the same thing as everything else in my life. Like, have at it, man.
I don't care.
Yeah. But I want to eat meat, then fuck off. I'm going to eat meat.
Mm-hmm.
You know where meat comes from? Fucking animals. If you can't have, that's another thing I think's wrong with this country.
Yeah. Oh.
Everywhere.
Get off my lawn.
Is like people don't realize that fucking, like, I try to tell my kids every time we eat dinner at night, like, do not waste your food because something died, maybe not every night, but something died so that we can eat that, you know, or just kill shit to throw in the garbage, like, even if it's not something I killed, you know, like if it's packaged chicken. Yeah, like fucking chickens run around having a good time and it gets, you know, murdered,
Jacked.
you know, God rest his soul, so we can eat his delicious breasts, or hers.
They're her breasts. I don't eat rooster breasts.
No, but delicious chicken breasts. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gay.
They should realize, like, you know, I think there's a disassociation with, you know, like, oh yeah, you hunt me, or you're cutting that meat up in a window. That's cruel, as opposed to someone doing it in a warehouse and you eating a hamburger later. You know,
The only problem I'd have with it is if he's doing it, he's unclean.
Yeah,
I'd just be like, yeah, fuck, I'm not eating that. What I don't get is this. So, I have a question, and this is off the topic. Not really, but it's a little bit off the topic. So, what was the name of that place? Antlers. And so, was the market like wild game?
Yeah.
How can you serve wild game in a restaurant?
Yeah, you
United
can.
States?
Remember that place, Kodiak Grill, used to have like elk and alligator.
I don't think it was wild. I think it's farm raised, right? You can't use you can't serve wild game, can you? I'm pretty sure you can't.
You know another question I always wondered?
Because it's too pure, probably. It's too good for you.
Why
I
don't
heard something about it, but I don't
I think
remember what it was.
I'm almost positive, and it's so that because the FDA can't approve it because it's wild, right? So like,
why don't people
government's
farm
gotta get their
perch
hand
or
in
not
on it.
perch, crappie,
I don't know, but it'd be some tasty crappies.
right? Like they farm.
Maybe they can't. Maybe they don't
farm
grow that well.
A lot of times small. There's not as much profit in it.
Yeah, but everyone likes crappie.
I bet somewhere they do.
You know, they farm tilapia
Do
and
they farm
catfish and
walleye?
salmon.
I bet they don't farm walleye, and walleye's a delicious fish too.
Is it?
Delicious fish. Yeah, it's a sweet fish, like a crappie,
Like a nice little.
But
It's a nice one.
but it's bigger than a crappie. They look like a little pike, little walleye.
Huh.
Never
I've
seen a
seen-
walleye?
I just want to
It's a predator fish.
mess with its hair the way you're describing it. Like,
walleye.
it's a sweet fish, little guy.
It is a sweet fish.
Sweet little.
I do love
bastard.
some walleyes.
I don't know. I don't know if you can serve
I don't think you can because I think the state needs to get their hands in there and say,
like those
"Wait,
people that sell milk fresh from the farm, and since it hadn't been FDA approved, the
Yeah.
FDA shows up with their SWAT team and makes everyone pour it out.
pour out that milk."
I don't understand why you can't. I mean, we fish for wild fish and
Yeah, but
shrimp
that's-
and
Yeah, but you're not making money off of it.
it's sold to restaurants.
But
Yeah, but
how you gonna
they
tax
got,
that
they got
deer?
inspected by the FDA or
How you
whatever.
tax that deer when it comes
Yeah.
in?
I guess your point is that
if
the purpose is tax, yeah.
Fuck yeah, the
obviously.
state wants their money. That's why. That's all. The only reason why anything is not. The whole reason that we can't drugs. It's too hard to fucking regulate.
No. It's for your protection.
Oh well, okay. It's too hard for them to tax.
Well, that's what they're going to say about deer. Like, well, how do you know that deer meat you're eating is not rotten? Like, well, fuck, how much rotten meats come from the FDA
Yeah.
before? Like the E. coli outbreak.
Eating that fucking pink stuff. That's the pink ooze.
We got to recall all the Bluebell fucking ice cream because there's a listeria outbreak. Like, hey, man, I could buy some homemade ice cream across the street and don't have to worry about fucking dying.
The listeria will kill you, right?
You remember? Yeah, you remember those fat fucks that were like ecstatic that the Bluebell ice cream factory was back up?
It was like it was a huge the news.
Oh man, I gotta get off the fat people kick. All right, go to the hot zone.
Okay.
Then we're gonna let Cody talk.
He needs to be on.
Why?
I think so too.
Nick's worried about him.
I'm here.
Yeah. At least put your face over there.
The Russian's worried it's your bad haircut.
Let's see your haircut. Mike's trying to get out of that chair like an old man. Like, yeah.
I'm here.
Pull your pants down. No. All right, hot zone. So we brought Cody in tonight because he's going to talk about, I assume, the upcoming run and gun that you're putting on, right?
Sure.
A little.
I don't know what I'm here for.
You're not supposed to let him talk about it on this.
We're not.
Not until after the hot zone. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, well.
Just fucking with you.
Yeah. I figured we'd talk about your upcoming run and gun, and then some of the other courses, some of the other matches that you've had out in your little neck of the woods.
Multi-gun matches.
So Cody's a big time 3-gunner and has tried to get Mike and I to both go.
Trying to get us
I've never been.
Spend a ton of money.
Yeah, Mike's been to a
Mike
couple.
came out.
I didn't play 3-gun though. I played
You
the
didn't?
2-gun.
It's multi-gun.
I didn't play with the shotgun.
It's multi-gun.
Could I have used a different type of gun?
As in,
like I don't know, muzzle loader.
Blunderbuss.
it would be at a distinct disadvantage.
I was already at a distinct disadvantage.
Yeah, Garrett, putting your belt on.
Yeah, had to help me get dressed.
All right. So, here in, what is it, May
12th.
May 12th, we have the Pawnee Twilight Run and Gun.
Twilight Run again. Actually,
Which I won't be attending.
Saturday, May
You won't?
12th.
No,
What?
I can't go. We'll talk
I
about
thought Cody's got you ROing.
Oh, you do?
You're letting me down, man.
That's what
Go
they
ahead.
call dogging the boys.
I'm
All right.
always dogging the boys.
All right.
May 12th, get during the day, that's Saturday, have
Dry fire.
now we'll have a multi-gun match
Oh.
during the day with 4 stages, about like the one you ran.
Mm-hmm.
3-gun, 2-gun, PCC, 2x4 divisions, all UML rule set.
2x4.
You bring 4 guns.
Hacksaw.
You bring 4 guns. You have to use 2 of them on every stage. You pick the 2, but only 2, and you have to use 2.
What would be a 4th gun?
PCC.
Oh.
Pistol caliber carbine.
Okay, so
9mm, 40, 45.
Speaking of
Rifle.
those, are those Kel-Tec 3000 things, are those illegal? Is that the 3000? The one that shoots 40 cal Glock mags?
It's like a S2000 or something like that. No, they're not illegal.
I want one of those.
what do they look like?
They fold
They,
in half.
they fold up. They look funny.
One of our friends has
Someone got
one.
one for free at the match last
Google.
weekend.
I can't talk in Google.
Okay, go ahead and talk.
Especially stay on the camera.
Anyway, Saturday, May 12th, we get the multi-gun UML at the Mound match, and then that night we're going to have a
What's UML?
night run and gun. It's United Multi-Gun League. It's
Oh.
just a rule set.
It's
thought
like
it
It's just
like
it's
3
just the
gun,
rules
but
that we run
but
stuff.
but
Uncle Money lags is
Yeah.
what I was going in my head. But
But that night we'll have the Twilight run and gun. We're going to run around with guns, do a 5K, 5 stages in complete darkness. You
I'm
bring
looking
your own
forward to the
lights.
shooting. I'm not looking forward to ROing for some reason because I feel like I'm going to be up till 6 in the morning.
Nah, we ought to be able to run through everybody through pretty quickly. I think we'll be
you
done.
wouldn't be upset if there
by
was
3.
I wouldn't be upset of what? If I was up
If you-
till 6?
if you had help from the Mexican cartel or Colombian cartel, the cocaine.
I still don't understand what you're saying.
You wouldn't be upset.
Where are you going?
That's what they look like?
That's it folded in half. Shoots 40
ugly.
Shoots 40 cal Glock mags.
They definitely look like they were designed in the 80s.
Yes. That's what you want?
Yeah, I want one.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a lot better ones for competition.
They look like they're going to fall apart. It looks like a squirt gun that
It's a sub 2000. And that's right.
At the match last weekend, somebody won one that was folded up in the box. Somebody come up and looked and they said, "Is it broke?" Dude,
you say
It's
yes.
fun
it
to
doesn't
shoot,
look like
man.
it will work.
Are they really?
Yeah, it shoots 40 cal rounds.
How far?
Like 10 miles.
Then fuck it. I want one.
They'll accurately shoot to 100.
It's
Really?
It's
We
cool.
don't put targets past about 100 yards in PCC matches.
It seems to me more feasible than that fold up gun that I've known to have or used to have.
That you did have at one time.
Yeah.
That
What'd
was
you have?
basically like blunderbuss that shot flames.
Yeah.
It's flamethrower.
Remember the one that tried to weld those 2 rifles together?
Out at
Because
your
the
land?
flames were shooting out of it. Like,
Started your land all of
Hurt
almost gave
just to
you
shoot.
a sunburn.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
do
what
remember
happened to you? We've been on the sun? No, I was
No,
shooting
no,
a rifle
shooting a
or a pistol.
Whatever it is.
Whatever the
AR pistol.
yeah, whatever the paperwork said.
No, I agree. I think it would be a more practical,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, so those
How
are-
far, what kind of barrels do they have on those? Could you get them short barrels?
But you can get an SBR. Just
So,
you get
but
it.
how
Pay your
accurate is
dues.
it then? Then it's just basically shooting a fucking pistol.
yeah, why are you changing it? I don't need it any shorter.
16 inches is too long for 9mm anyway. You just end up you get no benefit from
Just
velocity. So
rolls out of the end of the barrel.
you really don't need anything past about 8 inches.
Well,
Yeah.
That's
I
science
walked
right
into
there,
that
folks.
it's just dead ending.
Yeah, it's pointless, honey. You don't need that.
You don't need.
Trust me. Heard on the podcast. It's on the fucking podcast.
But wait, okay, so that it'd be accurate out to 100 meters.
A lot of it depends on the ammo and the shooter,
For fuck's
obviously.
sake.
But
So I was hitting the 4-inch plates on that rack from. Oh, you didn't even go to the fucking run and gun. I was gonna say.
No.
Oh man.
if you're talking about competition, yeah, it's accurate to that distance. But for defense, no. There's no velocity.
Well, hold on. All right, you got me all confused now. So, got an 8-inch barrel with a pistol caliber carbine, right?
Okay.
And it's not. What's happening? Oh, you shit your pants.
It smells like feet over here.
So it's accurate out to 100 meters, right?
Mhm.
But
That's Euro talk.
or 100 yards. There's a difference there. But you wouldn't have it for self-defense in your house.
In the house,
Yeah.
yes. My house isn't 100 yards long.
Are you gonna? Okay, go ahead. So it wouldn't be something that you would.
Think of it the
Coyote
same.
hunt with.
No. Think of it the same as a pistol. It's just more accurate. You have 3 points of contact.
Okay.
You can control.
So you
can
so you
control
would
it
be
easily.
willing to take one at 100 yards?
No.
Okay. Well, what? I mean,
Just because I don't want to get hit with it doesn't mean it's not deadly.
that's what I'm asking.
That's why I said it's get out to 10 miles.
The thing is with a rifle caliber, they're a whole lot more deadly.
Sure, I get it.
Obviously,
We know that from the news.
the recoil difference and the ammo capacity is
Minimal.
negligible or the same.
Oh, okay.
9mm recoil is quite a bit in a rifle.
Really?
It's like my 3-gun rifle. It doesn't move. 223. It doesn't move. So
Okay.
what are you getting in a self-defense situation
There you
out
go.
of the
That's
9mm
my-
that you
that's
don't
my-
get out of the 223?
I wouldn't buy one. I'm happy with what I have. That's what I was.
I mean,
It says
maybe
get close to the mic,
light.
make love to it.
maybe lighter, smaller.
I guess you
Well, so
could
you could
carry
get
more,
out of the
could you carry
PCC?
more ammo.
No, what I was thinking.
Not really, and then you end up with a lot of feed issues and malfunctions that
I just think it'd be good to throw in your tackle box, or in a boat.
Yeah.
It's small because it folds in half. That's the only reason I want one.
In case you got in like a.
In case I was at the fucking worm shop and
Just fucking go to
I
town.
walk outside and EMP and it's like all those survival fiction books. People just blasting each other immediately.
Yeah.
Like power's out.
get your LAG tactical folding stock for your AR.
LAG.
lag tackle.
Well,
I think that's it.
I think I have one of those, don't I?
No, they got stolen or sold.
We'll talk after this.
Put that on a 10-inch AR.
Yeah,
Fold
but
it up.
then I got to get all the paperwork. That's what I don't want to deal with.
Put it on a 16-inch AR.
All right.
Blink, blink.
Yeah. So
We're getting very technical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of our listeners just got boners because we've been talking about guns, and
back
that's what all of our listeners like.
back to the Twilight running gun. So it's going to be at night.
Russian.
Oh, he brought you a pistol and you're not even here to get it. So he's,
He just
thought
got
you were
us
gonna be
banned on
here.
YouTube.
I've got one of those.
No,
Is that
you
a
don't.
26?
They sold them all, or they got stolen.
Well, yeah, I used to.
Where did you find one of those?
I did find it.
I know.
Anyway, all right. So it's at night, white light. We're going to use white light to shoot, right?
White light the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little special event for people with expensive equipment if they want to come out and not run lights.
Oh, really?
Where's your nods?
I gotta wait and see what my taxes are. Before I was gonna wait and see what my Christmas bonus was, and then I was like, shit, I better wait. For some reason, I feel like I'm gonna get
Jelly of the Month Club for your bonus.
I feel like I'm gonna get hammered on my
Taxation.
taxes. It may not. I don't know. It may turn around and say like, hey, you got enough money to buy night vision goggles with your tax return. Like,
If you'd pushed Casey to have that baby before New
New
Year's,
those 3 kids on there.
yeah, you could have
What's
got
the
3
tax
kids.
return?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so I was thinking, I got a helmet that my buddy gave me, and it's got a flashlight with an IR mounted flashlight on it because he had
Bump helmet or
night, but yeah, he had night vision mounted to it. And I was like, I had to go to Walmart and buy one of those cheap ass fucking like 2 million lumen flashlights and put that fucking thing on that helmet. And like when they go, like lighting shit on fire with my fucking flashlight. But because my headlamps are all backpacking headlamps and they're dullish. I won't use them to work on cars, and there's times I'm like,
do you need a light?
you have to have a weapon mounted light.
You do not have to have a weapon mounted light.
You can't shoot with a flashlight though, right?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you can.
Whatever technique you want to use, as long as it's safe.
That's the way we taught us in the Navy. Was the
don't cross yourself. Don't sweep yourself with your muzzle whenever you're doing it. But I don't care.
We had to, I think back to those days, like we had to do night shooting in the Navy.
Yeah.
Fucking mag light that is about as long as this table and is about as bright as turning your phone on the home screen. Like can't see shit.
Now we've got
tiny
800 lumen lights that are this size.
Lights.
We didn't use lights when we did night fire ever. We had pack 4s.
Well, mine was
fucking be just blowing the shit out of everything. You're just running. Everybody's running.
Mine was the police shooting. So
yeah,
they had to do the Ayub Sayah or something. I can't remember what it's called. You hold a flashlight out like this and shoot, or
Masad
Ayub. Yeah,
to throw them off.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's throw the flashlight.
I'm over here.
Turn it on and throw it out in the grass, and then.
But the backpacking headlamp, that's what you want. You want something dim. We done a test run out there.
Yeah.
And anything real bright, you end up looking straight down at this really bright spot in front of you.
You can't see.
And then
shit.
you look up and you just can't see
fucked
anything.
up.
Yeah. So having a dim light, I ran around most of it while other people were running the course. I was running around kind of looking for problems with no light at all.
Cheating.
Yes.
Like this works better for
I
me.
won my own event again.
No,
It's like darts.
just a practice run. We weren't keeping any times. It was just
Yeah, that's your
people
birthday. It's a different
running
story.
around in the woods.
Well, cool. I'm excited to do it because I haven't done night fire stuff since the military, so it'll be good training. Like you can't get away with doing something like that out on your own property because the fucking game warden's going to show up or something unless you tell him like, hey man, we're going to be shooting some guns out here at night.
That reminds me, I better tell him before we do this.
Yeah.
He might get a little bit of a surprise if he tried coming on the property.
Yeah, for sure.
Get taken down by one of our
So do you have
ROs running around with nods.
do you have any other events coming up out there?
Don't
Nothing
currently have
planned?
anything really tightly scheduled, but every 2 months on the odd months we do the second Saturday we do one of the UML matches, the 2-gun, 3-gun.
The odd months.
But just every 2 months.
On odd months.
That's the month it falls on.
So like January, March. Okay.
May.
Hey. All right.
so
Okay.
May 12th, the second Saturday.
Don't want to
in
confuse
May.
people.
Did you have quite a few people respond to the Twilight run and gun?
Yeah, I've had a lot of them sign up. We still have spots open. Obviously, I'd love to fill it up, but if we don't, we'll just be out of there sooner. Be out of there earlier.
A lot of people from Oklahoma. Are there any out-of-staters coming? Or
Get a few out-of-staters, a lot of them from Oklahoma, a lot of familiar faces from Oklahoma run and gun, a lot of the ROs too.
Yeah.
I think I've got my RO roster filled up.
I'm going to bring my motorcycle.
Are you?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
I got a few people coming out on four-wheelers. I'm going to have some people.
So you can clothesline
Roping
yourself on a branch on a.
So are you doing it? Well, you got those 2 shooting bays. Are you utilizing those, and then
Yeah, I'm going to use both of
are you
those as
using
stages.
the mound?
No.
Are you using over there by the
Power line?
Yeah.
I'm going to be using a spot over there that we've never used before. The only thing you will recognize will be the bays.
Okay.
And a lot of the course is new. This is like Russ came out for the test run, and he got lost. Well, that's not saying much. He gets lost at the running gun that he's ran several times, but
Danger, Russ?
yeah. He gets lost in a day out there in a place he's been before. But he got lost out there. He wasn't off the course. He just had no idea where he was. We were going down trails in places we'd never been before during run and gun.
Good.
So you'll see some new stuff Well,
So it's
for you.
so it's give it so for people that don't know what it is. So yeah, I'm sure that it's basically same thing. Twilight run and gun though, right? So you're gonna actually have you're gonna have a course.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. It'll be a 5K with a 2.5K course that we run around twice.
Okay.
There'll be 5 shooting stages around it. Every shooter will have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way through. If you're an odd number shooter, the first lap around you'll shoot the odd number stages.
Okay.
Second lap around you'll shoot the even number stages, and vice versa. The even number shooters will shoot the even. You're only shooting half of the stages on your first lap and half of the stages on your second lap. The course will be marked by chem lights and some other small LED lights that I have. They'll be down probably about every 20, 30, 40 feet, depending on how many are needed on the trail. It seemed to work pretty well. I went around marking the trail with about 100 of them at our test run, and I'll have around 400 of those lights out on the trail. So you're just basically going to follow a
lighted path. It'd be like in the fucking movies when you get up and the lights.
Yeah, they work real well. I'll have everything bannered off where nobody can go into an impact zone and keep dangerous on the trail.
Safe.
Yeah.
I can't give him too much shit. I got lost one year.
I got lost
on run and gun because
I got lost at Alps.
But Mother Nature, like fucked me over because it blew off the caution tape and then tied it in an X across the trail. So I was like, oh, this isn't the way to go. And I came in the stage backwards. I'm like, am I supposed to come the other way? And like, yeah. Like, motherfucker. I was in like 30th place that year. It was horrible. I was sick.
In the woods, I actually think the in the dark will be better because all you'll be able to see is just a line of lights.
Yeah.
So you can turn your light off. I found myself doing that a lot with my headlamp on. I would cover it up so that I could actually see my lights off in the distance.
Yeah, you'd probably be better off without.
Yeah, but then you do one of those
when you're moving.
You ever do that where you step on something and it's farther down you thought, and you like it feels like your back goes like
yeah,
and you do the whole like ugh.
You will want a light to see right in front of you, but you'll run the course twice, so after your first lap, you'll know pretty well, be able to go a lot quicker.
Hopefully it's a maybe is it a full moon? Do you know that?
No, I can't remember. It was like 17%.
Oh,
moonlight or something like
right.
that. It's there's not much.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be pretty dark.
It's going to be fun. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Are you going to continue to do those? You're going to see how this one works and then
see how this one works out.
See if people make it out alive.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'll be doing about 2 of those a year, and then we may do another run and gun, something. I have to talk with
Are you going to do Hog Wild?
He said he'd do our
we had to talk with y'all
brutal
doing
goat.
something pretty extreme. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to put one together where you had to qualified, but in order to qualify, you had to be like a top 10 finisher in any other run and gun. So on your admission,
so we wouldn't get anybody.
Yeah. So on your admission, you have to get your admission, and then you have to show where like, all right, yeah, I was 8th here or whatever, and then so it's like the semifinals
or your SWAT member.
If we make it hard enough, that's the only people that will want to come to it anyway.
I want one with like overhead presses and then pull-ups and then shooting.
It'd be like Best Ranger, but that's who we'd be marketing to, is those guys.
Yeah. Just like our whole idea for the Brutal Goat, which just fell completely apart.
It was a solid idea. You had a lot of good ideas as far as I like the idea of like that tire pull all the way up from the water.
That would have been
fucking killed people.
Yeah, that would have been a fun course, but it just didn't work out.
Dude, we'll make people swim across John's pond.
Yeah, see, swimming.
Well, yeah, or at least low crawl through the mud.
That I would like if any of our listeners are from like west of I-35 out there, and that looks like almost desert. I'd like to find some land out there, where we could set one up, because I mean that's wide open.
I think I know a guy.
Do you? Of course, I say that. I'm like, I got no time to set up a time race, but but I have time to podcast. But it'd be cool. You could set it up. You could set it up, and I can run it.
I know a couple people out there. Yeah,
Cody, you could do this.
And then afterwards, they can say, "Look, in the fall, you can come out here and shoot antelope too." Like, you got it, man.
Are there antelope out there?
Yeah,
really.
You have to draw on them somehow. I think, or archery. Like, how the fuck you shoot an antelope with archery?
You got to be a master archer.
You gotta ride a horse in there, or just
Like,
But they've already got these running guns in Texas.
yeah, I know. There's
Same
one.
terrain.
Are you going to the Waco one? Like I got.
Yeah, with the new job starting, I gotta be careful about what all I commit to until I know a little more.
Well, that's what Al was asking me if I was going. I was like, man, I'm doing this one in May, and that's right at the end of April. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna.
I only have one big match I'm traveling to this year that I know for sure I'm going to. So
So you travel all over the United States shooting these, right?
working and shooting.
So
the lower
In-
48.
in the
Yeah.
in the
I don't go west much.
grand scheme of UML or whatever, multi-gun.
Three gun nations. A lot of them that I've worked and went to.
Are you like in a standing position?
No, I was at one point. I haven't looked at it in a while to see where I was on that. But
Like, is there? I guess my question is: there like a roster, like of like, all right, this guy currently.
there is. But the best way to see where you rank is at a major event. Where do you consistently place at major events? And I'm consistently in the top like 40%.
That's good.
I'm above average, but I don't have the time to commit to all the practice that I need to
Yeah.
get all the
Like,
way.
I
to
don't
the
know.
top.
I don't know anybody who would, unless that was like their full-time job. You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that do, but some of them do have families. But a lot of times, they're people that don't have a family
Right.
at home, don't have kids.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to your run and gun. What's the website for it?
Nah, I don't have a website.
Oh.
It's just Facebook. So you
Look it up on Facebook and
Oklahoma Multi-Gun on Facebook. Oklahoma UML is another way to find the multi-gun matches. But everything going on in Pawnee at the Mound, that's the Barrel Mound Shooting Center, Pawnee, Oklahoma, will be on Oklahoma Multi-Gun on Facebook.
so check it out. There's still open spots, so you can do it. Just make sure it's not your first time. If you're gonna first run, I'm gonna do a night one.
How do I work this pistol?
I can't see shit. I'm gonna use my weapon light.
We'll give you airsoft.
Yeah. All right.
Hot zone.
Hot zone.
We already played the music.
No, music's played. Play a commercial. You won't have commercials anymore?
Listen to us on iTunes, Libsyn, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, and the podcast source. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, as you can catch us there weekly. Also, like and share our Facebook page. Check out our website at spearheadpodcast.com. You can get all of your Spearhead merchandise there. And like always, if you have hate mail, please send it to xspearheadx@yahoo.com. We always appreciate hearing from you. And thank you for your support, and enjoy the rest of the show.
You show me the cock, I'll show you the money.
All right. So, hot zone. Back to the hot zone. I feel like this is, you know what's wrong with this country?
What's
I
wrong?
said that earlier, but I guess this is the Canadian. From FoxNews.com, cocaine babe, quote, cocaine babe, tells court she smuggled drugs for likes and attention on Instagram.
Not for the cocaine?
Canadian woman who recently
That's what's wrong with this country. She was smuggling it not for the cocaine, but for likes.
Canadian woman who recently pleaded guilty to smuggling cocaine aboard a glamorous round-the-world cruise admitted in court on Wednesday that she was partly doing it for Instagram likes. During her sentencing hearing in Sydney, Australia, the 24-year-old Melina Roberg informed the court that she accepted the gig as glamorous cover for the drug smuggling operation after a man she described as, quote, my sugar daddy offered her money, trips, and gifts. So, at what point in life do you think...
Let's see the cocaine, babe.
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah. It's this one down below.
I mean, she's hot, right?
And she's smuggling. How is she smuggling it?
I mean, I don't know, but the fact that you're that desperate for likes and attention on Instagram that you're going to smuggle cocaine is, to me, is just like ridiculous.
Oh, so basically because she was going to these places, I don't understand. I don't get it. Like, how is smuggling cocaine get you likes on Instagram?
I guess because she can post pictures of her in exotic
fancy
places. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. That's ridiculous right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. These damn kids.
Look at that shirt.
That's my. Oh, I bought an amazing shirt the other day.
That had a dog face on it.
Amazing shirt
All
from Zero
Penthouse.
What's that? It's always an ad like this, Zero something. It's like a veteran-owned store, you know.
Okay.
But it wasn't tactical beard oil. But because I saw it, and I was like, "It looks like a cyborg hand." It's a skull with a fucking Terminator hand holding it, and it says "resist."
Oh,
it's like
nice.
fucking bot. Fucking take my money. Give me one of those. I didn't want it in black. They only had it in black, but fuck, dude. Yeah, printing like August 14th or something. My wife's like,
You have
"What?"
to wait till August 14th to get it?
So answer me this. Like,
I could get you one on Teespring. Just give me the fucking
how
design.
can these companies, like, I've got a flag in my garage that's got a skull with night vision goggles on and a helmet, and it says Slayer behind it.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think Slayer's getting any royalties from that.
Probably.
And like
Maybe.
that whole company's got like pictures from movies and stuff with shit that they added to it, and then put on a T-shirt. They're just like that. Like,
Where are they made?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, if it's fucking, if it's a Chinese
It
company,
looks like,
who gives a
it
fuck?
looks like those.
They don't,
It looks
they
like
don't
those
care.
T-shirts that we made on the. Like, you just go to
On
like, hey, I got
Teespring?
an idea for a T-shirt, like that fills up, and then they print it. Like, it doesn't matter that, hey, that's from Terminator.
Nothing wrong with it until you're caught, right?
Well, that's what I think.
Well,
but-
nothing's
yeah.
wrong with it anyways. But the thing is that here in the U.S., if you try to do that, then they that's copyright infringement. But if you're fucking Chinese, do they adhere to copyright
but
infringement?
it's in America.
Is that where it's being shipped from?
Yeah,
Oh, well, I don't know. I was thinking that you bought it from like China.
No.
Okay. I
it's
don't
from
know.
Austin, Texas, I think.
I don't know how that works. I mean, I guess you'd have to.
There's so much of that going on at a lot of those places, and companies like or bands like Slayer, they can't track it all down.
Yeah, at my point, if
Metallica would though.
Yeah.
they'd sniff that shit out.
when Lars would be like, "Oh God, I need 10 cents from that fucking flag in the garage."
Fucking Napster.
Yeah.
But I think if at this point in Slayer's musical career, they should just be happy that there's people are still printing shit off for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Maybe
hey,
they are. Maybe they're cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
or
I
maybe-
mean, if you get a Slayer tattoo, does the tattoo artist have to, or who has to? Yeah, does he have to give money? Like, well,
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
No, anyway, that T-shirt will be in April. I'll be sporting it, illegal or not. I don't give a shit. But I was just curious.
I don't care. I wouldn't. You're fine.
No, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about
I'm
the
gonna make
company.
one.
Not before I get mine.
I'm gonna make a better one. I'm just gonna steal their
That
design.
company is gonna sue you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm just
"God,
gonna
this
steal
copyright
it.
infringement."
I'm just gonna add something to it.
All right, so this next article comes from the HuffingtonPost.com's titled "Joe Biden Regrets Talk of Fighting Trump, Doesn't Want to Get, quote, Down in Mosh Pit." So this podcast, I guess Pod Save America,
Okay.
I guess that's a podcast that's probably worse than this one.
Probably
It's-
much worse.
These three
Highly
left-handed...
rated.
These,
Really. And look at him.
Yeah.
It's retarded.
Have you ever worn
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, tick biting his balls.
Yeah, give me those immediate itches. I tried wearing a sweater like that with a
It's way too tight.
collared shirt underneath, and
Way
it just
too
looks
tight.
like a bunch of wadded up paper under my sweater.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm like,
You
Yeah.
got Christmas wrapping under there.
yeah, I can't straighten it out. And then I'm like, God, I look like a fucking asshole right now.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I figured out? I'm derailing this, but I figured out that I don't know how to buy clothes.
Well, I'm buying jeans. I've got 2 pairs of fucking jeans right now that I've been wearing to work.
You need to buy stretch jeans. They're so much better.
Well, the 2 pairs of pants that I've been wearing,
Look at this.
I wore them just for you.
the 2 pairs of pants I've been wearing lately, like these, I don't know what I'm gonna wear tomorrow because these are dirty. They got yogurt or something on them for my kids, but yeah. don't make yogurt anymore.
It's not yogurt.
No. Like I put them on in the morning.
juice,
You remember
no
that?
seeds.
You remember that commercial from the 90s or the 80s? It was like a Lee 501 where this lady was trying to put on like super tight jeans. She's like
Yes.
rolling all over. I mean, it was a good commercial. That's what I feel like in the morning because I'm like, these pants are too tight. Like I need bigger jeans.
It's the thighs that are so tight on them.
So I'm gonna tomorrow at some point, like before after work or something, I'm gonna go buy like 2 or 3 pairs of jeans. I haven't bought pants in fucking like 20 years, I think.
I can get you some pants from Primark when I go to London. They're $10 a pair.
I don't want $10 jeans.
They're comfortable.
I'm gonna go to
They stretch.
Express.
The only fuck, man, that's like $1,000 a pair.
No, it's not.
I think
Those, as long as I don't buy those fucking women's jeans everyone's wearing these days, the Miss Me jeans or whatever, the big
I
stitches.
thought it said biatch on the top. I was like, damn.
No, for God's sakes, don't say that. I'm cheap. I buy all my jeans and stuff at Sam's.
They have
Are those
stretch
Sam's
pants at
jeans?
Sam's?
Yeah, hell yeah, like $15.
See, that's what I'm telling
Dude,
you.
I'm cheap as hell on that kind of stuff.
These were $10 a pair. $11 a pair.
Then if
From
I stain
London,
them-
though. You got to fly to London.
Well, but that's why you wait.
Economics in one lesson.
That's why you wait.
Got to add the
Because I
flight.
have to go anyways.
Was there any
I-
export
I've-
tax on that?
No, fuck no. Well, probably. Fuck no.
I've met the end of my rope. Like I've got to buy pants tomorrow.
He's gotta buy
I need to
pants
go
at
tonight
Express, though.
so I can wear pants in the morning. Like I'm gonna show up and work in a
I'll
pair
give
of
you a pair of
shorts.
pants
No,
that I haven't even worn. You could have them.
no. What size are they?
So these ones are way too big in the waist. They have to. So that's the thing. I have to buy them like way big in the waist so that my legs can get in there. They're 34.
See, I got 33, 34s.
These are 30, or I wear 32s mostly. But if you buy the 34s, then you just have to bunch up the waist. You know.
But I hate when I stand up, the cuffs come off the edge of my half boots, and then my half boots are like sticking out with
Yeah, that looks terrible.
It looks dumb
Half
as
boots-
shit.
I don't like half.
And then I'm
boots.
trying to fix them the whole time, and I'm walking down the hallway. So not only am I
How can
spending
you
all
buy
my
half boots anyways?
spending all my time tucking in my shirt all day, I'm flipping my jeans around, look like I got fucking clothing Tourette's.
The other day, no shit. There was a guy in the gym had the shirt keepers, the real ones,
Yeah.
the real ones. They were strapped around his thigh, had his shirt down. I was like, holy shit, man! I
just tell him,
chickened out. I didn't,
hey, man, I love your
man.
shirt keepers.
I chickened out, and I was going to ask
You want
him
a
where he
butt
bought
fuck?
them. Hey, man, can I see your shirt keeper?
Are those shirt keepers? I love them. Oh yeah.
But he had them. I don't know. He probably got them off Amazon. I bet if you looked on Amazon, you could get shirt keepers.
Oh, guaranteed.
Amazon has everything.
Mm-hmm.
What the? I was looking at something today. And I couldn't believe it was on Amazon.
Same thing. It's just like what we talked about before. If you get the ones, I think that those will slide up anyways, like up your leg. I mean, you can't get them so tight that it's like a fucking tourniquet on your leg, and you're
Die.
yeah.
So the Russian
Those ones go down to the socks, though. That's not. That's the ones we talked about where you be a show pony and shit, and then
they pop
off and then hit you in the sack.
Well, the
They
Russian
can't have any of
Russian
that.
was asking if we're going to talk about Stormy Daniels. Do you know anything about Stormy Daniels?
She banged the president.
So here's what I don't get. Right?
Yeah, those. That's what that guy had.
I don't know if I can wear that. Maybe a few more years.
Wear that outside.
With the pipe, right?
Uh-huh.
Get off my grass.
Go
So
get the mail.
I was asking someone about this the other day. Like, I said, I'm a little upset about Stormy Daniels because I don't know like what's happening.
She's making America horny again.
So yeah, so he just nailed her years ago, and he liked her to spank him, and he said
I don't
she
know
looked
what-
like his daughter, which is a little weird, right?
Yes.
I mean,
but
that's
the
it. And then
dude's
he-
a fucking weirdo.
and
But
then- yeah,
no
and then-
different than any other weirdos that are in there.
So and then paid her to be quiet. Like, what's the big news story? I don't understand what the big.
Why do I care what he done with this?
What was that?
Why do I care what he done in his personal sexual life years ago?
I mean,
I mean, it's the same as the. I
about
don't
that?
care what he's doing. If he was doing it right now, I don't give a fuck.
well, I guess that's what I don't get. Everyone's like, "Oh,
But
Stormy
I don't-
Daniels is going to give it to Trump." Like, how? Now, he gave it to her.
Maybe not.
Paid her.
She might have gave it to him.
Maybe. Paid her to be quiet.
He looks like he'd take it.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he looks to me like one of those guys that sits on the sidelines and like
Watches
tries to
somebody else
start the
give it to
motor
him.
the whole time. You know what I mean?
You think so?
Like fucking, he's fixing the carburetor. Like, wish this fucking thing worked. I don't know. I just don't get what the news is. Like, yeah, he banged some fucking porn star.
Mm-hmm. And then had her sign a contract.
Yeah, paid her to be quiet. Like, who? All right, and then she didn't. You know, if I was the president, I'd be like, yeah, that was a while back, and paid her to be quiet. Obviously, didn't work. What?
Mm-hmm.
Next question. Well, did you have sexual relations with her? Yeah, we already been over that.
Yeah.
The media is just trying to find everything they can, anything they can throw.
It's
It's a cumulative effect. If so many things are apparently wrong with him, then they can think they can get him out of office.
what I think is funny.
I think it's... You go ahead.
What I think is funny is like Anderson Cooper on CNN. You know, he had this big interview with her, and he's all, you know, Anderson Cooper looks, you know, he's all serious the whole time. And
He reminds me of an owl, but not a
he
good
gets
owl.
on my fucking nerves. He's judging me. He doesn't even know who I am.
That's what owls do. They judge all the time.
But he has this big time interview, and I saw on our Twitter page it said, Anderson Cooper, I like that sit down interview you had with
Well, that's me. I'm always judging. That's my avatar as an owl.
Towards an owl.
with
Moloch
saw
and
your
shit.
saw your interview with Stormy Daniels, and like, when are you going to do the interview with Larry, what's his name, that, you know, claimed to smoke crack rock with
Barry
Obama,
Sitara.
and then gave him a blowjob in a fucking limousine or whatever, because no one's
Yeah,
talking about it. Like, to me, like, there again, like, well, who the fuck really cares what he was doing back then? You know, not me. But
Yeah, I didn't care even about it then.
that seems like
I
a
just
little
think it's
more
funny.
interesting than banging porn stars. I don't know.
I mean, if you're a man of multi-millions of dollars and you really don't give a fuck about your family, I mean,
You know, he doesn't. Like, is that what they're
gonna
trying
be
to
banging
prove?
porn stars, right?
Like, does anyone actually believe that Trump and is it
Ivanka
Melania,
his wife.
his old lady? Do you
Melania.
think they like each other? Like, I don't.
Fuck no.
Yeah, it's like Bill and Hillary.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
It's a
Like, hey, you do what you want. I'll do what I
When did he
want.
get married to? When did he get married to that Melania? Do you know?
I have no idea.
See, I think he was being groomed for that. His whole character, his whole puppet that he's playing right now, the whole character he's playing.
Yeah.
I think he was starting to get groomed for that at the end of Bush. So because he was gone, dude. That guy Trump was gone for how many years? Like, he fucking was popular in the 80s, and you didn't hear shit from him in the 90s, right? You didn't hear shit from him until like what, 2005, 2006 on You're Fired, The Apprentice bullshit.
Yeah.
And then after that, he had a steady, constant, like, oh, he's doing this, he's doing this, oh, Celebrity Apprentice, this, and this, right? And I would venture to guess that he probably knew what was coming, you know, during the early Obama years. Like, all right,
Well, they've been married longer than that.
have they?
Yeah. I don't think it was that quick.
Google. I got no computer.
Cody's doing it. We didn't even talk about this article that I brought up. We just went off on how bad that podcast and sweater combination
And
was.
how I don't know how to dress.
Yeah. Anyway, Joe Biden was going to fight Donald Trump. Now
He was?
He regrets saying that at a women's violence
Oh, really?
meeting. Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
my man.
so next up, Huffington Post says
It's
George
gonna be
W.
great for
Bush
comedy.
dances up a storm at his nephew's wedding. Have you seen this?
What?
All right. The former president let loose when he boogied with the bride.
2005.
Really? Maybe they are still in love.
No, they never were in love.
So now we found out what he was doing from 1993 to 1999. That was
Nothing. Hanging out.
Marla Maples was his wife then, between Ivana and Melania.
Marla Maples.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Have you not seen her? Okay, well, let me see. What's going on?
This computer's just frying. Look at George down
Ooh.
there, dude. She's not bad.
Who's he? Is that his daughter he's dancing with?
Trump likes big tits.
But I mean, isn't that typical? He likes big fake tits, though,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Yeah, I've seen Marlo.
Dude, look at that. I'd like to go to a wedding with George W.
Look, yeah, it'd be tons of cocaine.
You imagine the type of shit he was saying there? Drunk as hell. Like, is that W? Yeah.
I think he's always having a great time because he just doesn't care.
Doesn't have a
what
clue what's
people
going
think.
on.
He doesn't even care what people
Uh-uh.
think.
I think
The thing at the inauguration where he's hiding under his
No.
tent.
Dude,
He
that's
doesn't
the
care
best.
what's going on.
Well,
he thinks everything's.
So
like
I've got a theory about that. I got a theory that he was actually the like the Manchurian candidate, and old Cheney was whispering in his ear the whole time, just like there. He's like, "Watch this, I'm gonna fuck." He probably told Barry, he's like, "Watch this, I'm gonna fuck George up." Hey,
get him off my wife, Big Mike.
it's raining. You need to put that rain tent over your head. And George's like,
Whoever made that meme up that says like, "Oh shit, it's raining. I'm gonna put my poncho on." Like, this isn't working. I'll make a tent. Fuck, I can't breathe in this thing. And then like, have you seen that?
Yeah.
Dude, that cracks me up. 10-6 mistakes people make in their 30s.
not focusing on the clitoris.
Yeah, this isn't.
How is that Nate in the 30s? That's like what you don't do when you're like 17 or 18. You don't know what the fuck you're doing.
That's boring. I don't know why I put that on there.
What do you mean? That was a good one.
No,
People like to hear that stuff. They might be
focus on the clitoris.
They might be making mistakes right now. They might be in their 30s.
This one's good. It's from HuffingtonPost.com. Planned Parenthood branch calls for Disney princess who's, quote, had an abortion.
Huh?
So,
Pennsylvania branch of Planned Parenthood sparked some controversy.
How is this working now?
Tweet called for an animated
Autoplay.
Disney princess
I can't get back up there to stop it.
that was captured by Internet Archive's Wayback Machine also asked for a princess who was pro-choice, an undocumented immigrant, a union worker, and
I mean, how ridiculous is this?
Wait.
So,
Wait a
Planned...
minute. We need a Disney princess who's had an abortion, a Disney princess who has pro-choice. We need a Disney princess who's an undocumented immigrant, Disney princess who's actually a union worker, Disney princess who is trans.
Can you... What's wrong with this fucking world, man?
They got to make all of these?
So think about your 6-year-old daughter want to watch Disney Princess and like somehow, some reason they have to like and this princess has had an abortion.
Yeah, they've got to bring up that.
Like, what the fuck? That doesn't matter to anyone.
No 7-year-old
You get
cares
a
about that
T-shirt
shit.
after you get an abortion. Like, I've had an abortion. This shit right here is just like the fucking Olympics. Like, are you a expert ice skater or an expert ice skater that's had an abortion? Because that's a personal thing. No one gives a fuck about it, right?
I agree with you.
Be a professional Disney princess. You don't have to be a professional Disney princess that's had an abortion. This is dumb as shit.
What I don't get about this is this. What I don't get is that so
why doesn't
people
Planned
that-
Parenthood make a fucking cartoon?
That's exactly it. And guess how far that will fucking go? Nobody will fucking buy it. So why would you try to force Disney to fucking make it? Go suck a dick.
It's because they're trying to. Because then at that
It's
that
just
point,
stupid.
yeah. Because at that point, it's like, well, they're ignoring this pipe. You know, it's going to make little girls that are like, I guess
Who gives a fuck?
I guess little
God.
girls that haven't seen a cartoon character that's had an abortion like they've had,
Yeah.
or pro-choice or a union worker. Like,
Holy shit, man.
you know, when an 8-year-old girl gets off the fucking car line and comes home and watches cartoons, like, I wish there was one of the cartoons had a union worker on it like me. Dumb, man.
Well, maybe they're trying to market to Chinese workers, Chinese 8-year-olds.
They're just trying to mainstream some of the
Yeah,
things that
that's
they believe in themselves.
That's
yeah.
exactly.
Well, they're trying to force other people to mainstream it. Fuck, I don't care if there's a company out there that's like, if Pixar all of a sudden says, you know what, we're gonna make a movie about a trans princess. Yeah, fucking go do it. Guess
Sure.
what? I don't give a shit. But guess what'll probably happen? It'll probably fucking flop. Or well, it might be critically acclaimed as the greatest movie ever to come out. But guess what's going to happen? Those usually suck. Like that movie, The Shape of Water. Have you heard that? That's like supposedly this great fucking movie. It's about a woman who has an affair with a fish.
Like the Japanese painting?
No, or like it's like more like that Mr. Ripley where Don Knotts played the cartoon fish or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, I remember that fucking.
Yeah, you remember that one? Well, this is now she's fucking banging the fish.
You know, it's funny.
It's exotic.
I had a VHS copy of Jaws when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And you know the scene on Jaws where I can't remember what it is, but it's like it's got outside and it shows a shooting star come across this, and it's got a
limpet.
It's got someone whistling in the background. That that song he was singing.
Yeah.
In the middle of mine, right then, that fucking cartoon fish would pop up, and it'd have that Don Knotts. It was the Don Knotts voice,
Barney,
and then it would like clip out and then clip back in, because you remember how they like track it.
Yeah.
It came out and came back in, and came out and came back in, and then it was gone. But I don't know why that was in there, but it was in the middle of my Jaws copy when I was a kid. And I was like, man, that movie sucks. And I think it's the part where he sprays water in someone's face or something. It's funny. Every time I watch Jaws, like even now, I'm like, oh, that's not part of this movie.
So if you want to go make, if you feel inclined to make a union worker princess, go ahead and do it.
My biggest fucking like beef with that, you know, and everyone's like, well, you know, your kids are going to be exposed to this. Like, well, I tell you right now, I wouldn't let my kid watch a movie about a princess who's had a fucking abortion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If they want to watch it when they're older, they can, but they're not going to do it, you know, while they're kids. But the thing that bothers me the most is it's kind of like Cody's saying, like they're pushing this shit to be like, hey, it's mainstream, you know, it's the norm, this, you know, accept it, this and that. Like, I don't understand why there has to be something that I have to accept. Like,
But
you don't have to accept shit.
And here's the thing: is like I'm for the government not being involved in
at all any of it,
abortions or any of that. But I mean, I think it's horrible, right?
Right.
But that's your decision as a person. I don't agree with it at all.
Right, but you're not forcing me to take your stance.
But I don't think I need to watch a cartoon to make me think like, oh, that's, you know, it's normal. It's normal. Like, I don't think it's normal.
Look what the media has done with the gay rights thing. And I mean, nothing against it, but if you look at the media, you would think that gays and trans make up like 30% of the population.
When it's a tiny, and it's like I said,
it's 3.
If
gay
they were going to make
3, trans is a small fraction of that.
So if they were to make a trans movie, like, yeah, they'd be appeasing to that 1 or 2% of the population, and the other people that are
fraction of 1 or 2%.
Like the other people that are going to watch it just because they somehow feel the need or the obligation of, you know, like, well, if you don't watch this, you're racist. Like, well, how the fuck am I? That's not a race, for one.
Yeah.
And number 2, like, it's just like when, you know, when people say like,
bigot.
Yeah, people say like, well, I'm just not attracted to Asians. Like, why not? I'm just not. I'm sorry. You know.
If you
I mean, not to say it's not.
And you know what I would venture to guess is I bet that if you asked all those trans people,
they would give a fuck.
They wouldn't give a fuck.
Like, I don't.
It's not them. That's why I say it's not them. It's not them. It's this whole all-inclusive fucking agenda that wants to eliminate you as who you are and you as who you are and make you all one fucking robot, collectivist loving state worshiper.
I'm sure if you told a trans person about trans princess movie, they'd do the Carl, I don't need no instructions to know how to rock. I don't need.
That's the Foreigner Belt one, right?
I don't need no instructions to know how to be trans. All right. Next up, this is from Huffington Post. Have you seen this?
Well, I was watching it while you were playing.
An unarmed black man who was shot dead by a Texas police officer last Thursday had been walking towards the cop with his pants down when the officer fired the lethal shot. So if you watch the video, the guy is fighting someone else
with his pants down.
Yeah, and then walks over to this cop. The cop blasts him. You don't see him get blasted, but it's sad, right? Like, I mean, it's
why the fuck did he have his pants down?
So he's fighting this guy
with the guy with his shirt tucked into his pants.
Yeah,
his short.
That's just
walking with your pants down. Has got to be one of the most. I mean,
it's hard to do.
That's just the next evolution.
Everyone's got the universal pants down walk, though. What were you gonna say?
It's just the next evolution of sagging.
Yeah. all the way down.
all the way down.
I didn't have pants on. That's sad. As this guy's 2 kids were killed by his wife. She drowned them both in 2016. So they said he was depressed.
Yeah, he's got some problems.
I mean, he's got problems, right? But I still don't think
He
there was
doesn't.
any
He's
reason
obviously not armed.
there's no reason to shoot him.
Oh fuck no! He don't have. He's got his pants down.
You know what? You know what I get when I see this is, you hear all this stuff about like with officer safety. He needs to come home at the end of the day. He could have been armed. He didn't know it, so he shoot him. Guy's got his pants down, nothing in his hands,
And you clearly know what it's like to walk with your pants down.
Yet when a 18-year-old kid is blasting kids indiscriminately in a school and there's someone in there completely doing it, you
cops hang out
post
outside.
up outside and hold a perimeter. Like, I don't,
Yeah. There were guys blasting people from the Las Vegas hotel,
yeah,
and they post up
in the hallway.
Yeah, 45 minutes. Wait till the shooting stops.
I understand it's intense in the situation, but
That's what you're paid for.
I think it's a training issue. If they haven't went there in their training,
Fuck.
the body will not go where the mind has not been. If they have not made the decision of what they're going to do beforehand, they're going to have a hard time making that decision under stress when they get there.
Yeah, well, I just think that it's. I think it's. They got in the wrong job, the wrong line of work.
I don't get it. Like, to me, you're not following through. You know what I mean? Like, if we're here to stop any threat ever from materializing. Like, okay, unarmed dude. Okay, you thought he was a threat. He's dead. This guy is a threat. Why aren't you doing something?
He's alive.
Yeah,
and he's killing people.
Yeah. Well,
you
don't get shot, man.
How many times were the cops and the FBI told he was a threat before that too?
Oh, like 30, I think. But it's the gun. Someone in the comments said there's finally video of Paddock in Vegas. Really? I want to see that. Send the link to
in Vegas.
Oh God, you're gonna get Nick started again. I
still think that's a dirty op gone bad.
Fuck yeah, it is.
There's so much that you don't even hear about that guy anymore, right? Nothing. That's completely wiped from the.
Oh yeah.
News.
It was gone. It was gone from the news cycle. Which was crazy, right? Because how many people were shot?
Yeah. What about the fucking security guard whose house was protected by FBI or whatever, but the shooter's house got broken into because no one's over there watching it? Crazy. I want to see those videos. Yeah, my last article I put on here is planes may not be disgusting germ factories after all. They basically said unless you're within a meter of someone that's coughing and sneezing all over a plane, you don't really have a chance of getting sick. Like, it's not a tin can full of disease and germs like I always thought. So I basically just put this on here to reread, to put my mind at ease anytime I'm on a plane.
Still feels like it and smells horrible.
Yeah, because you're rebreathing everyone's farts. Speaking of farts.
Rebreather.
Speaking of farts, man.
Huh.
Woo! It was hilarious. So I walked into the gym after I was done working out and went to change clothes. So I take my shirt off and open my locker, and then I go wash my hands because of germaphobe, right? I don't want to touch anything. Some dude beelines it straight into the bathroom, goes straight in the stall. I didn't even see who it was. It was that fast, right? And they're the same 10 gyms, like cookie cutter bathrooms, the exact same setup. That dude sat down, and I mean, the amount of pressure that was released, I started laughing. And there's the other guy, this older dude there, and I thought
did he straight face it?
I thought he'd turn around and laugh too because it's fucking hilarious. I mean, that sounded like someone put a whoopee cushion on the ground, right? He just kind of looked at me like,
you're an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, dude.
Damn, 12-year-olds.
Yeah, I was trying to keep from laughing out loud, and then he did it. That stopped for a second. It hit him again, like holy shit! What
Maybe what it is his pre-workout.
It's something stomach issues, whatever it was. But then I started thinking like,
stupid. The old man gave you a dirty look.
Like, then I thought like that guy's gonna leave and go touch equipment and have doo doo-doo germs all over the
Wash his
place.
hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably there was fecal matter in the air while you were
Yeah,
in there.
that was like, what do they call it, vaporized
Yeah,
or
it was-
aromatized?
Aerosol.
Aerosol doo-doo.
Oh. Yee.
What are you doing over there?
Yeah, but what an asshole.
Checking
An old
comments.
guy that gives you dirty look for laughing.
Anybody that doesn't laugh at a fart is not alive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... I mean, I know I'm a child as it is, but, I mean, that's...
My daughter told me that they have farting contests in Japan.
What?
Yeah,
That
that's what she
sounds
said.
very Japanese.
Yeah.
She said she said that's not funny. And then she said, no, it probably is funny.
You got to get her back on the right track.
Yeah, I told her, I said, that's pretty, because she laughs at farts, but she didn't think it was funny they have contests.
Hey,
Maybe because,
speaking of Japanese, did you see where Kim Jong-un went to China and met with the Chinese president?
which didn't, one's Korean and one's Japanese. I mean, one's Korean, one's Chinese. Speaking of Japs.
Did you see that?
I didn't. So go, what happened?
Yeah, Kim Jong-un
Took his train.
took a bulletproof train to China and met with the Chinese president.
Really?
Yeah. And then, like, I think tweeted to Donald Trump that said China's on our side now or something like that. I don't know if he did that really, but that's what everyone on the news is saying. Like, he's posting up saying, like, well, China works for us.
Yeah, okay. China loves our money. We like their cheap shit. China and North Korea.
Hey, so
Go ahead.
has stuff always been made in China?
No, remember it used to be made in Japan.
Taiwan.
Yeah, Taiwan.
Like, when I was a kid, I remember my dad saying, this is all Taiwanese crap.
Mm-hmm.
I had my He-Man figures and everything. Like,
Remember
it was
the
all
old
Taiwan.
your televisions were all made in Japan. Yeah, it was all crazy. What is it?
I just read, speaking of Japanese, you see where Kim Jong-un went to China.
I think he's just parroting,
Actually, speaking of Chinese, though, I went to a
Sushi restaurant.
Korean garden the other night where the Mexican guy made what do they call it? Not dim sum.
No, I know. What you're
Hibachi.
talking- Hibachi.
That's fun, man. I
Was
haven't
it-
been to
was
one
it-
of those in a
was
while.
it-
Yeah, he's Mexican.
But I mean,
All the hibachi chefs were Mexicans.
were they?
Yeah, it's just like fucking Pei Wei. They all
I
put them in
love
those Chinese
Pei Wei.
hats.
And how do you say
Fuck
Pei Wei?
Pei Wei.
What happened?
Every time I've been to Pei Wei, it's dirty as hell. It's dirtier than a damn airplane.
I've not been there.
And both
So-
times I sat there and waited for fucking ever for a bowl of half-assed Chinese,
Really?
overpriced Chinese food.
So I got Pei Wei today, but I didn't order it. This lady at work just brought it to me, and after my lunch.
Do you like Pei Wei?
No.
Yeah. I told my
Really?
wife I'm never going back again after this last time.
I've been
I
to
always thought
one
it was
hibachi
good.
Grill, and it was a
I like hibachi
red-headed
too.
white dude. He was good.
Yeah, so the hibachi thing,
I
those
like
my
hibachi
kids
too.
liked it, so we're gonna go back. Like I never thought about that. Like, well,
Just
shit.
fire the shrimp across the room.
Yeah, and like, I always think like when they're bouncing
the
that
stuff
shit
with
around, like you're just fucking
just
doing
making
this.
noise. I know.
Whoa.
It's a show.
Whoa! Like, that's not
And
the
then
man.
they make the onion volcano. Put
Yeah,
oil in there and fucking light it on fire.
that was fun. I
Slap
did.
each other with hot mops.
Yeah, just slapping each other with the hot mops, the hot shit. My wife's up there poking around like she know what the fuck she's doing.
Fired her down off there.
Oh,
The yard.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Cody,
Nothing.
tell us about your KT tape.
What is KT tape? We've made fun of it.
Kinetic kinesis.
Does it work? It's gonna rip the arm
Kinesiology.
hair.
Oh, it does. Yeah, you got to take it off in the shower.
You can really shave your arms after that.
I've tried it. I don't know, gets itchy.
So what happens here? How'd you fix it? Who told you to put it on like that? You just come up with
YouTube.
that old
YouTube.
YouTube.
Try it
So
out
you
a
have
few
tennis
times.
elbow.
Shooter's elbow. I don't play
Tennis
tennis.
elbow.
I don't play tennis.
Yeah, no, it's still tennis elbow.
I got on both sides. It's golfer's elbow, tennis elbow, shooter's elbow.
This is jerking elbow and tennis elbow.
Got all of it.
Too much masturbation. Or pull-ups. Is it the pull-ups that doing it?
Not pull-ups.
I've
It's that grip.
I feel like I've got tennis arm. I guess
I had dart bicep the other day.
Yeah, so
That shit was killing me.
we had a dart contest for my birthday at my house. Played darts,
And we let
no
him
shit,
win.
right? Like it hurts.
It-
I felt bad saying it because I'm like,
Am I being a bitch?
I'm getting sore throwing darts here. But there'll be times I'll be out there by myself throwing them, and I'm like, back of my shoulder hurts.
Mine was right here.
Yeah, on your
And it
brachial
was
or
right-
whatever.
it would be right at the end of the.
That's
It felt like
pathetic,
I was,
right?
I was like,
I'm
God dang.
playing fucking darts and my body hurts.
Uh-huh.
It's bad.
Getting old.
Anyway, yeah,
Using
getting
new
old.
muscles.
Getting old. We'll complain about me being nostalgic, but
We're gonna play poker. Soon.
start a poker league.
We need to. You gonna be in it?
You know, this is past my bedtime anyway.
Well, yeah, when are we gonna play poker?
I don't know.
In the morning?
We did all right.
to be
We did all
online
right the other
poker.
night.
Yeah. When was it?
It wasn't-
11 o'clock?
Yeah, we rolled home about 11.
I don't know. I want to play poker. I want to play darts again.
Me too.
Anyway,
All right.
Cody, thanks
I thought
for.
we were going golfing.
Yeah, right. The only golfing I'll play is that Top Golf. That's fun as hell.
That is fun.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Say when.
Let's do it.
I've been trying to go since that place opened.
And you have to. And we also have a $20 buy-in. So
Okay.
whoever wins the Top Golf,
You can't throw your clubs down there on
you get-
accident.
yeah. I'm gonna destroy you guys.
I'm down.
So, Cody, thanks for coming and being on
Cody,
the
you can't be
podcast.
on there. You played golf before. You got golfer's fucking elbow.
Never played.
All right.
Give a shout out to your run and gun again, Twilight Run and Gun, May 12th.
Hog Wild.
Twilight Runner Gun, May 12th. Go check out on Facebook, Oklahoma Multigun.
So sign up. He's got open spots left. You can meet us in real life. It's be amazing.
Excellent.
All right.
Adios, muchachos.
Accessing your mind. Programming started. Thank you for listening to the Spearhead Transmission. We know you enjoyed your experience. Please come again and partake in our ridiculousness. There is so much more to explore. Remember, your mind is yours. You are not